are we doing? How are we doing? Welcome to another live stream. My name is Cho. I'm alive. We're all alive. We're having a great day. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Cho Show. We are live and we are in color. We are in color, but do we have sound? That's the question I have right now. Do we actually have sound? Um, and we do. We do. But as you can see, we are now on day two of using random inanimate objects to hold my microphone. So, yesterday we used a pair of glasses. Today we're using my water bottle. I actually really like the use of my water bottle. I think it's pretty ingenious because I can just take a little sip here and you can still hear me. It's just perfect placement. It's literally perfect placement. So I love it so much. Um, how has my day been? It's been pretty good. I still have like phlegm in my chest, which is a bit annoying. But I have stopped taking cold medicine a couple days ago. I stopped taking cold medicine a couple days ago because I just felt like it was time for me to get off the medications. I just felt like it was time for me to get off the cough medicines. And so now I'm just waiting for the rest of this phlegm to naturally expel itself from my body. So, hi, David Davila, Portillo Davila. How are you? Happy Sunday to you. We're at the last stream of the weekend. Didn't go to church today, um, but I got a lot of work done. So when I finally got out of bed, which I got out of bed at 12, I slept in. And then when I say slept in, I mean I really slept in. But then I got right to work and I did a lot of stuff for YouTube. I did a lot of communicating with my editor. And so I'm really excited about that. I sound better tonight. Thank you, Raymond. I feel a lot better. I've felt better for days. I've actually felt better for days. But, you know, you have to just give these colds time to, um, progress and to um, subside. And that's just what I'm doing now at this point. How are you, David Portillo de Vila? And how are you, Raymond? How has your weekend been, or what did you do today? And hey, John Lopez, how are you? I'm good. I've been lots of thinking of my future plans. Glad to see you are doing good. I hope your house isn't too cold tonight. It isn't too cold tonight. It isn't. Even though it's like 10 degrees right now here in the great state of Ohio, even though it's only 10 degrees, I'm okay. The house is warm. I'm warm. I'm not freaking out. I'm not going crazy. I'm not over on the couch under all the blankets. So I'm okay. You're very good. Thank you for asking. What did you do, Raymond? Tell me about a little bit of what you did today. I'm genuinely interested. You've been thinking a lot about your future plans. Well, hopefully pretty soon you're going to start putting some of those thoughts to actions. You worked in the Nasty Natty at one point. Oh my God, what a grungy city. I went to Miami University, which is in Oxford, Ohio, not too far from Cincinnati. So Cincinnati was my stomping grounds when I was like a teenager, like a late teen, early 20s. I was prowling around the Nasty Natty looking for a piece of meat. I found a couple good pieces. Hey MOP, what's going on? I'm doing very well today. It's been a very productive day. For those that don't know, I do have a new video out, a new highlight video. It's called Can You Debunk Candace Owens? So that video has gone live, and I've already got lots of comments in there attacking me. So far so good. So far so good. There's people attacking me. People are upset about the video that I released. So that's the video. Can you debunk Candace Owens? It's the title of the video. I also have another video in the pipeline, and that will be released tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you are a YouTube member, which by the way only costs you $1.99 a month. Well, no, is it? I don't even know how much it costs, but it's like 25 bucks a year, like 99 cents a month, something crazy like that. But if you are a member of the channel, you actually have access to all of my scheduled video content ahead of time. And so tomorrow's video, which is exclusively for the members right now, is titled My Friend Has Trump Derangement Syndrome. And in that video, I talk about an experience where, we joke about Trump derangement syndrome and TDS on a very regular basis here. But I actually had a real life experience that really startled me and perturbed me to my core. So that video is all about that experience and my reaction to it. So definitely go out and support my videos if you have not done so already. You would not believe what my partner's roommates were going to do to their cats in this cold ass weather. What were they going to do? I'm really well, MOP. Like I just said, I've had a very productive day. I did skip church. I slept in. I got plenty of rest. And yeah. I got plenty of rest. And then I had a lot of productivity. I have a lot of shorts coming out in the next several days, the coming week. I have shorts already planned for the week. I've got a video out right now, a video coming out tomorrow. So I feel like I'm starting the week off on the right foot, at least in terms of the channel. I've also begun to start turning the wheels on merchandise again. And I really need you guys' help on the Discord channel as it relates to my merchandise. I'm bringing that back to the forefront. I was pretty hardcore about it several months ago, and then I just let it, fall by the wayside. But this is really something that's going to be for you guys. So it's important to have your fucking feedback because I'm not going to be buying up all the merch. You bitches are. So this is the time to have feedback on what you want to see in the merch shop. So definitely go to the arts channel. Or maybe I ought to just do like a different, maybe I ought to do like a whole different channel where I have discussions about the merch shop. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But anyway, I want to get my first product released pretty soon. I'm going to check it out. Politics is gay. Yes. Happy Sunday. What's up? Hey, Daniel. What's going on? Luke, I love God. God loves me. More important than me loving God, God loves me. Hey, Awesome Sauce. I'm doing really well. Duke and I are just hanging out here. You know how we are. Also, more good news. But look at that monitor. Second monitor is up, y'all. Second monitor is up. It's curved. It's not like I don't have much room. It's really fucking annoying. But the second monitor is up. It is not plugged in. She's not plugged in. She's not, set up. But I mean, she is set here, but she's not set up. So I'm really excited about the possibility of changing these live streams and increasing the level of engagement and the type of media that we can discuss here on the live streams. We react to a lot of stuff, and I do want to talk about a situation and react to it here tonight. But this is just a prime example where if I were doing horizontal live streams, I could show you video evidence of what I'm going to be talking about. And then we can have a discussion. Like we watch something together and then actually deliver some commentary on it. So, anyway, um, so they were going to leave their three cats in the garage to sleep in the dark without a heater on because they didn't want to pay the electricity bill. I was like, how cruel are you? It's cold outside. I don't understand what the three cats being in the garage have to do with them not wanting to pay the electricity bill. So they don't have like wait, okay. So first of all, do they normally sleep in the garage with the heater on? That's fucked up. Something I'm missing parts of the story here. And are they not are they sleeping in the cold at this point? Cuz at the very least, they should bring the cats inside where nobody has any fucking heat on. Like what's really going on? And why don't they want to pay the electricity bill? Electricity bills aren't that expensive, especially when there's more than one person splitting that bill. I have too many questions now, David. I got too many questions now. I've got way too many questions now because none of that paragraph made any sense to me. How do you feel about the Brown situation? I don't know who Brown is unless you're talking about the Michigan football coach. You talking about the Michigan football coach? Because we can talk about that. My father and I have been talking about that for the last several days. Is that what you're talking about, MLP? Because who's Mr. Brown? I don't know who Brown is. You guys are pretty quiet tonight. I can take my ass back home. I can take. Listen, I got shit to do. Do you guys have questions? Or maybe I can just get into my little rant of the night and then move on. Um, they put the cats in the garage at night lately because they have been pooping everywhere. Another story, another time. But it's to leave them in there without a heater on. I think it's just too cold. It sounds like they need to give their cats up. Obviously, this is a household that can't take care of themselves. Would you argue that? This household is in dysfunction and they can't take care of themselves. Why do they have pets? Give the cats up. One thing that has always sort of confused me, well, it's not confusing because people are just selfish, but people who can't take care of themselves or their animals continuing to keep their animals and not give them a good life, it's wild to me. Honey, there is so much about that household is ridiculous. I can't stand that household. Like if you can't handle cats, let them go. That part. Heavy on that part. But it's not even that they can't handle the cats, they can't handle themselves. They can't even pay their own electricity bills right now. Does nobody work in the household? Is nobody working? Hey Madison Rose, how are you? Welcome. I still don't know what MOP is talking about, the Brown situation. I need to know who Brown is before I tell you how I feel about the Brown situation. Madison Rose, how are you today? How's your Sunday? Hopefully it was full of peace and a bit of productivity. That's how mine was. Full of peace and a lot of productivity actually. Hi Leah Bobia, how are you? Welcome to the live stream tonight. Yeah, MMP, I've answered it twice now. How do I feel about the Brown situation? You never answered my question. I don't know what Brown situation. I'm good. My house is clean and my kids are clean and in bed. That part. So yeah, so everything's perfect then. I feel like you steal books from the library a lot, as if I visit the library. Do I look like I visit libraries? To stop. Maybe I didn't see the all chat. Let me click all chat. That's why YouTube censored it because you said the word mass shooting. No, there was a mass shooting at Brown University. I have no thoughts. Didn't know that there was a mass shooting at Brown University. Two people do, my partner and his friend, but the third person doesn't. Basically, the third person runs the household while the other two go off what the third person wants. My partner doesn't pay much. Now I have more questions. I have more questions. Are they renting the home, all three of them, or does the third person who's useless pay a mortgage? Like, does this third person own the house, or are they also renting? People be thinking the mods delete their comments. Meanwhile, they're saying super obvious shit that the YouTube hates. Yeah. I have questions, David. I have lots of questions. I have lots of questions about. Look at Leah starting shit already. Um, Welcome to the stream, Leah. I have questions. Number one, is the third person the owner of the house, or is he just the most influential? Is he the bully of the house? Um, Second question, why, if your partner is not paying very much in rent, what else is he doing with this money? Is he saving his money? Does he have a timeline for when he's going to be out of this unfortunate situation with his roommates? What are the plans? Because listen, sometimes we do have to take some short-term pain for a long-term gain, and sometimes that includes, living in a sucky situation that's not optimal so that you can afford something that's just for you later on. The most benevolent bedchamber gentleman. Thank you, Leah, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. So who's excited for Candace tomorrow? I know I am. I know I am because my video about Candace Owens, what did I say it was called that went live today? Can you debunk Candace Owens? That video, I already got bitches mad in the comment section. I got bitches mad in the comment section right now. I really made a fool of one person, made these people who attack her are clowns. They're not serious. They're very unserious. So yeah, that's funny. The comment section's already pretty great. Hey Marla, smile if you support the community. Depends on the community. I only eat corn the long way. Oh well, that's nice. The third person doesn't own anything. My partner's friend owns the house. My partner doesn't have his own room. The third person have two rooms, and the one who owns the home has one. Okay. Okay, so your partner's friend owns the house. So why do they listen to the third person? Why doesn't your partner's friend tell him to get rid of the cats? So the person who owns the house is paying for the mortgage along with your partner, and the third person isn't. Wait, so your partner is really fucking. Wait, stop, stop, stop. The more I learn, the more I have questions. The more I learn, the more I have questions. Um, so the owner, we're going to just say the owner of the home, he's paying for his mortgage. He has another roommate who doesn't pay anything right now, has two cats, very problematic. And then your partner is paying for part of the mortgage but doesn't have a room at all. So your partner's sleeping on the couch. This is a mess. I didn't have time to watch yet, but I will after the live. Okay. Devin says 20 push ups. Give me a $10 super chat and I'll do 20 push ups live. Live, I'll do 20 push ups. Marla says LGBT community girl. No, we don't. We don't do that here. Because what does that even mean? What does that mean? Oh hell no! Here we go. Oh, is a cat? It's a big situation apparently. Hey, Smart Spender, how are you? Oh no, sorry, but bye. Bye, Marla. Um, hey, Mama K, what's going on, Mama? Yeah, I've just got questions. Honey, that's what I want to know. Partner's actually sleeping on the floor. Oh, I may need to post on Discord to give you the full details because it's a lot. Baby, it doesn't seem like a lot because he's sleeping on the floor. It's giving he doesn't have a lot. What? I'm very confused about this one. Why in the entire fuck is he paying bills and don't even have a room or a couch? Can I at least get a couch? What's the topic of tonight? Well, I was going to talk about that DC Airbnb squatter because I just know y'all have heard about the squatter. I know y'all have heard about the squatter, but we've been talking about David's partner's tea, for so far tonight. You haven't heard? Oh my God, what do you mean you haven't heard? My partner had not heard either, but this is something that the whole world has been following for the last 2 weeks. ABC 7 News has been, local news in DC. This is a DC story. I'll get into it. Let's get into it. I'll clean the specs because it's early. Well, it's been 30 minutes. It's not early, but I'm gonna clean the specs anyway because I have not cleaned them all day. Well, it's been like 3 days. I haven't cleaned them. Duke, lay down. You real active. What are you so active for? Like you want to be up here while I'm talking to people. You want to be here. So anyway, this DC squatter situation, I'll tell you guys the story, then I'll read comments afterwards. There's not much. I don't have any bullet points to discuss or anything like that, but I am going to kind of try to go over some of the details based off of my memory. So please don't hold me too harshly accountable for any misspeaking of the facts because it's all based on memory. But I have been watching this shit every single day for the last week and a half, 2 weeks now. So basically, there was a fire that happened. When I say a while ago, I'm talking about March of earlier this year. So earlier this year in March, let me highlight this. So this happened in DC. There was this fire apparently. Some fire happened. A woman, had to move out of her home. I actually relate to this because this happened to my family when I was a child once. I was in elementary school. I was walking home from school. I saw, my uncle and my mother. My uncle. I lived with my uncle, my mom, and my grandmother at the time. I saw them all outside. I'm thinking, what's going on? Why is everyone outside? What a grand entrance for Baby Cho, right? What a grand entrance. Everyone's waiting for me, the prince, to return home to my castle. Little did I know that our house was on fire because um, some tank blew up in the basement. Some tank just blew up in the basement. So um, we had to move. We had to move to another home for a while until they could fix all of the damage on our home. So anyway, that's what happened to this woman. So she got an Airbnb instead of getting, like renting another home for a year or 6 months. She ended up renting an Airbnb for like 30 something days, 30 plus days, whatever. So she's there, everything's fine, everything's peachy keen. And then after the 30 days goes up, because I guess she was not expecting it to last long, she didn't go back to her home. And the landlord's like, no, what? Excuse me, not landlord, the owner of the home. Because again, this is not a tenant landlord situation. This is through Airbnb. So this is a short-term rental which falls outside of the purview of general tenant landlord relationships. So the homeowner said, "All right, girl, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here." Right? Well, homegirl said, "I don't think so. I'm not going back home. I'm staying right here." And this is where the issue began in March, right? Fast forward to all this time has passed. There has been fighting, there has been screaming, there has been text messages, there has been threats. The homeowner said, "I'd even pay you $2,000 to vacate the premises at this point. Like I'll pay you." Ima- imagine imagine as a homeowner trying to pay someone money to to get them out of your home. That's fucking crazy. Regardless, homegirl said, "No, I'm not going no damn where." Um, and that's exactly what happened. All this time since March, she's been playing in this homeowner's face. Now, mind you, I've been watching the I've been watching all of the content. I've been watching this poor homeowner who is like crying her eyes out because she cannot afford to keep paying for this mortgage. She's going to lose her home. She tried doing everything that she could. She tried putting a big old red sign that says, "This person's a squatter. She doesn't belong." Even one time, as she put this sign on her own home saying that she's a squatter. So then the squatter, what she does, she draped shit over it on top, just cover it up. At one point, the homeowner gets back on the ladder. She's climbing up the ladder. She's trying to remove the stuff from the sign so that everyone knows that there's a squatter living here. The squatter almost pushed the woman off the ladder. Can you believe? Almost pushed the homeowner off the ladder. You just cannot make this shit up. This is a story that will infuriate you. And all this time non-payment, the woman ended up turning the electricity off, and then all this food spoiled. The squatter had the fucking nerve to say she owes her money for the lost food from turning the electricity off. Mind you, this woman is running a soap and essential oils business out of the home. She's vacationing, she's partying, she's dipping it, she's doing it. She's doing all this shit on social media, right? And basically using up, scamming this poor woman out of her Airbnb, out of her home. It's disgusting. Very disgusting behavior, deplorable behavior. So, I'm sure everyone's wondering, well, why could this happen? How could this happen? How did this happen? Renters' rights. Renters' rights. We have moved into a very I think a dangerous territory where renters' rights supersedes landlords' rights, and I don't ever, as a landlord, perhaps I'm a bit biased, um, but I'm also a mom and pop landlord. We're not like BlackRock. We don't own 100 different apartment complexes here. You know what I mean? So My perspective comes from that as a struggling landlord that doesn't make much money at all off the properties that we own, from tenants. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the story. Um, renters' rights are important protections for renters. However, the problem becomes identifying who is a renter and who is a squatter. And renters' rights are so strong that squatters have effectively been able to leverage these rights to their advantage. And because court is so slow, and, government is so slow, inefficient, and just they suck at everything, because that's the truth, this is how we get into situations where someone can move into your home in March and you can't kick them out until December of the same year. Now, listen, let's do the math. If you're a member of the channel, get your calculators out. I want to see those calculators because I want to do a little bit of math with you guys about this situation. So March was what? The third month of the year. December is the 12th month. 12 minus 3. 9 months. It's been 9 months of non-payment from this motherfucking bitch. Okay? Her mortgage is $4,000 a month. We're talking DC here, okay? So multiply that by 4,000. That's $36,000 this year that she's had to pay for a property that's making her $0. In fact, not only was it making $0, but it was being lived in, meaning there are repairs, there was water damage, there was water leaks, there was all types of shit going on, and that is unsustainable. Unsustainable. Um, and of course, this woman finally got evicted. What, 2 days ago? I think two. It was what, Friday or Saturday that she was evicted. I want to say it was Friday. Um, she got evicted a couple days ago. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to the whole renters' rights things. Establishing whether someone is a tenant or not is where everything goes wrong. Because the courts, they don't want to get caught with their pants down, allowing a landlord to evict somebody who actually should not be evicted. And so they take extra precautions um, to give the renter all of the benefit of the doubt and more before taking action. And what's so crazy about that is that the landlord is the one that's incurring all the costs. So the longer the process takes to establish whether they're a tenant or not, the more costly it is for the landlord, not the fucking tenant. So it's already lopsided against landlords because the court takes a long time. And if your property is in limbo and you're not being paid anything, then it's like you're the one losing the bag. So the longer court goes on, the more expensive it is for the landlords. The renter, who's not even a fucking renter, is not losing anything. They're still living in a place rent free when they shouldn't even be a renter at all. So there are a couple things that can establish whether you are a renter or not. Typically, if you start to receive mail at a location, that can establish the idea of you being a renter, a long-term renter, long-time renter. If you have a utility bill in your name, that can establish you as a renter. And this is something, it's one of the loopholes that these squatters will do is they'll move into your home, even if it's before 30 days, they'll try to switch electricity companies or get a utility bill. They only need one to show the court. They show the court a utility bill, the court's gonna go the extra mile to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then boom, okay, I'll see you in court in a month or two. Well, bitch, that's 8,000 more fucking dollars the landlord has to pay for the mortgage for 2 months, right? That's fucking psychotic. You know, you stay somewhere longer than 30 days. Oh, they must be a tenant, right? The court sees that you have been there longer than 30 days. That must be a tenant. I'll see you in court in a month or two. Again, that's 4,000 fucking more, 8,000 fucking more dollars the landlord has to pay, right? So you see how this is going. It's been 9 months. She finally was evicted. There's no recourse for the landlord. That money's all lost. It's part of doing business. Disgusting. Disgusting. And here I thought that I was going to be, involved in a situation similar to that. And thank the Lord above, that's not what happened. The moving truck is gone. The place is empty and it's ours for the retaking. So we're in the process of flipping it and getting it ready for the next tenant. But this is a story that really, I think, affected a lot of people in the general public because it's such a mind blowing case, you know. And so hopefully, people are talking to their local politicians, their local consuls, city councils to address all of the scamming that happens. And of course, the fucking cunt who has been squatting in another person's home has come out in videos now, crying, hooping and hollering, lying through her teeth, gaslighting people. I'm not even going to grace her bullshit by even sharing with you what the fuck she said. Get the fuck out of that woman's house. God damn it. Are you kidding me? But of course, these people are always victims. They're always victims. And what I will tell you is that in court, all your skeletons come out. It was found in court that she has had multiple evictions, that she does this for a living. This is not her first rodeo. She knew exactly what to do. She knew how to do it. She knew the laws. She knew what she could do in order to squat. She's been evicted multiple times. So no, she deserves no compassion. The fake tears, those are tears of frustration that she's being caught, that she's being held accountable, that the mask that she's been so effective at wearing in her day-to-day life is now falling completely off. It's now plexiglass. It's now see-through. They clean that shit with Windex. We see you. We see that you're a monster. So her businesses are failing. All her volunteer organizations are failing. People are harassing her. I'm not gonna lie. People are harassing her. They are. And you shouldn't be harassing people. That's not cool. But that is the fact. That is what's happening right now because people saw how ugly she was treating this woman. Mind you, the homeowner, she seems like such a beautiful person, a caring person. She does a lot of work in the community. She's a businesswoman. She's a black woman. She's like they're trying to make it be a good example for others. She does work in women's ministries. Like she's on the right path, and for her to be the one to be taken advantage of in this way, it was kind of beautiful because a lot of the community really helped her and has been supporting her and blowing this story up because of her impact on her communities, right? So I'm happy that people have been really helping her out. In fact, a lot of strangers, complete strangers from the DC, Maryland area, um, They actually helped her when she was allowed to finally evict her to kind of kick all her stuff out and move stuff out and clean for her. So it's been really, really, there's been some magical moments in this story, but for the most part, I think it's just really, really, really terrible that squatters have rights that they can leverage in their favor because these people are quite literally leeches. They are quite literally scum of the earth. They are quite literally parasites, worms, greedy, hungry worms. So I don't think this is a happy ending. Um, that's the thing with squatting. There are never happy endings because even when you get your home back, you've lost everything. You've still lost all of that time that it took removing the squatter. The real win is if policies are actually affected and changed. But in these hyper liberal left wing cities, that's going to be very hard to do. Now, because of the social media pressure, I have hopes that DC will see some change. But to be honest with you, I think the lobby is strong for renters' rights, and this is not going to move the needle very far. That's me being a skeptic and cynical, but who knows? I will be following this story a lot closer to see if anything changes on the local scale in DC or even other areas where squatter stories blow up. But this is a really big one, y'all. This is a major, major story that I saw trending. Hundreds of thousands of videos have been made. Views have been had about this story specifically. I go to my feed on YouTube and I follow some commentary channels, and a lot of the commentary channels are discussing this DC squatter situation. So my hope is the W is that policies start to change, that landlords have more rights to remove people that are obviously not renters, right? The first thing that the courts should have seen was her previous records with being evicted. Or no, sorry, the first thing they should have said is, "Oh, this was an Airbnb. Get the fuck out of her home." That should have been step number one, but that's not what happened. So anyway, this hat is too tight. It's like cutting off circulation. So anyway, let's read some comments. I'll go back a little bit and see if I missed any good comments. Um, Candace and Erica meeting in private tomorrow, so don't Candace show. Well, that's news to me. I didn't know that. Hi, David Boles. Hey, DJ. 9 months, 36K. Yeah, craziness. Hey, Jason. Yeah, I didn't. Yes, Smart Spender knows. I didn't even calculate the property taxes, the insurance. 36K is just beer. That's a low ball estimate. She didn't seem to trash it. She didn't seem to trash it, but she was running a business out of it. Hey, Dreams. People find the audacity, Leah, because the government allows it. The law allows it. I actually don't know. I don't think that there was any penalty. And that's the problem. The penalty is eviction. But as far as I'm concerned, the penalty should be you pay the fucking um rent. of all this time that you've been living there, not paying rent. That should be, you should pay for my motherfucking court cost, and you should be paying the rent since you claim to have been a renter. You claim to have been a renter, then yes, after your ass is evicted, you should be paying all the rent up until the court date of your eviction. All of it. You should be like every time you go to get a fucking job, they should be garnishing your wages until your rent is paid off. That personally, and this is what I mean when I talk about policies and laws. Because if there are no consequences to squatting, then what that does, it does the inverse. It incentivizes squatting. If a motherfucker knows that there's a chance that they're gonna end up paying all of the rent plus more after all this drama, if they know that that's a likelihood reaction to their behavior, then they might not fucking do it in the first place. But again, we tend to trend more towards these more liberal ideologies where we believe the renter needs to have support, the renter is the little guy, they need to yeah, it's too, and this is what happens. And this is what happens. Yes, renters do need support, particularly against slumlords. What we don't need, but that's, even talking about that is a distraction because we're not talking about landlord and renter relationships. We're talking about people who are literally not renters. So where the policy really needs to um, come up to date in is in the punishment of losing these types of lawsuits, these court cases. You need to be hit with criminal charges. Okay, I know these are civil lawsuits, civil cases, but there needs to be some civil penalties, some heavy penalties from losing a lawsuit like this. Right, number one. Okay, because the fear of consequences of losing the court case will prevent some squatters from squatting in the first place. But number two, the courts have to become a lot more agile at identifying, are you a renter or not a renter? There needs to be a more streamlined um, guideline on how to identify, do we have a renter landlord situation or do we not have a renter landlord situation? That has to be streamlined because to have a homeowner running back and forth to court for 9 months just for you to tell her, you're right, you can evict her, she's not a tenant, is fucking crazy. That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. That is very, very fucking wild. And it's inexcusable. And this is why, and this is one of reason number 10,084 202 reason why the small mom and pop landlords can't can't be landlords anymore. This is what leads to slumlords because BlackRock, we end up, us small guys, after dealing with some bullshit like this, we say fuck it, we're going to just sell the house to BlackRock for a nickel and a dime, right? And now you've got real slumlords who don't give a fuck about renters. You know, now you've got real slumlords who are min-maxing profits over people. You got corporations buying everything because you guys make it so difficult for individuals, mom and pop shops, small businesses to operate in society. You know, and it's all intentional. Don't get me started. It's all intentional. It's all to funnel money to these gigantic corporations and the super rich and wealthy. Um, so now she can sue her in civil court. I would hope she would. Yeah, and she can do it to another Airbnb landlord. She sure can. Airbnb did cancel her account. They did. Airbnb was watching the story closely because, again, it's a really big story. If you just search DC Airbnb or DC squatter, it's going to pop up. All the content will pop up. I don't think she was ordered to pay back rent. No. Uh-uh. I don't believe so. But I don't know. Hey, mixed martial artist, what's going on? My coochie is boiling tonight, girl. Ooh, why is it boiling? Not boiling. Why your coochie boiling? I can see there was growling, but boiling? Why is it boiling? It's hot? Hot and wet? What is going on? Bubbling? What is going on down there, girl? Get that checked out. Get that checked out. Cause not boiling. Boiling is something that's boiling is crazy. The Seattle case was a $2 million house. A dirty Democratic judge issued a restraining order against the landlord for the squatter. Freaking wild. No shocker in Seattle. No shocker in Seattle. And see, the horrible thing about this is when you are a renter, you can just stop paying. Landlords, we can't just stop paying. We can't stop paying. When that whole COVID moratorium was going on, when we couldn't evict our tenants that were not paying rent, we didn't get moratorium on our mortgages. We had to keep paying. It's just not fair. Um, and some people, and I understand the thought, because I've had the thought too, like if it happened to me, I'd just stop paying my mortgage and had the place foreclosed on. And even that's crazy. Even that's crazy because you mean to tell me that if the government owned this motherfucker after it was foreclosed on, you'd kick them out immediately. So why can't I kick them out immediately? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what you get what I'm trying to say there? It's like, okay, it's gonna take me 9 months to kick this little cunt out of my home, but the minute my house is put into foreclosure after 3 months of not paying my mortgage, I know for damn sure the government's gonna have every little bitch kicked out of there immediately and boarded the fuck up. You just know it because they're ready to make money. They're ready to make money off that house. It's crazy. Um, Rob Reiner and his wife found dead. Who's that? Rob. Who's Rob Reiner? Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner and I don't know who those people are. Trans son is suspected of killing them. But what do they do to the son? Or is the trans guy just fucking crazy? What's going on? The dangerous cult of trans ideology. The son took off and can't be found yet. Mm, 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 mm. So the son's fucking psycho. Well, that's okay. That's easy to know. In this day and age, I would never be a landlord. The squatter's rights BS is crazy. I'd have to take someone out of my house in the stretcher. I'd have to just Like if you're not gonna come out voluntarily, you're gonna come out in an ambulance. Yeah. While you're in the hospital recovering and I'm in jail, I'll have the house boarded up, locked up, locks changed. I'll have all of that stuff. Sue me. Put me in jail. Put me in jail. Put me in jail. Absolutely. Put me in jail. But I'd be suffering, you'd be suffering, we'd be suffering together because I'll be damned if I'm going to be the only one suffering. I'll be damned. Um, oh heck yeah, foreclosure evictions like 48 hours. Girl, don't even play with me. You already know the government will have every nan bitch out of there. Do y'all hear Duke? He's having a bad dream. Ooh. 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 Did you see me? Did you hear him? Anyway. Uh-oh, trouble in paradise. What between the parents? Half hawk, half men? I don't know. Rob Reiner from All in the Family. I don't know what that is. All in the Family. What is all in the Family? Oh, I kind of know that. The older guy or the son? Well, the older guy's probably dead by now. You must be talking about the son. I don't know. I don't really know the movie. I mean, or the TV show. Um, he's a director now. I know some really dangerous men who will probably have a great time helping me get them out for sure. That part. Now, come on now. Jail me, I'll hire a property manager and get it rented out again and put the rent towards my commissary. Commissary. Absolutely. What is a bad dream for a dog? I wonder. Well, for Duke, I can tell you exactly what a bad dream is. Him being in the cage all day and night long is his worst nightmare. But also, another worthy nightmare would be me not giving him any attention, like me just walking past him. Like whenever he's somewhere, like he could be right here, I look right past him. Like he's right there. There's Duke. What was that? Like me just not paying attention to him would be just like total torture, total torture, right? Um, he's right there. He's free, y'all. He's free. Hey, Blazin', I'd help you, Mama K. I would definitely help you. You could definitely call me. Duke has cage PTSD. 2S. You can barely hear me. So, $1 billion baby. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Audio is on the pro mic stand. Smart Spender, Nina is downstairs. Everyone's smart. Spender's been to my house. We had matcha a couple weeks ago. We had so much fun. We had a really fun time, didn't we, Smart Spender? We gave her a historic tour of the house. She got to be on the third floor. Why does my screen just go all fucking wild? She saw the third floor. She got the whole tour, the whole basement, whole thing, the whole shebang. I know, Leah. That is where you live. When you move to Columbus, you're gonna live on my third floor. So DJ, we've decided that every stream from now on, we're going to move my little mic. We're gonna clip my mic to something new. We're gonna have a rotating menu of mic stands. Last night was a pair of glasses. Tonight is the Pro mic stand, the water bottle, which honestly works very, very well. I did not show her the freezers or the three bodies, only for VIP guests. A mic on the shelf, but a changing shelf. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Duke, you having a bad dream? Come here. Come here, Duke. Come here. Oh my God. Come here, boy. You've been having a bad. What you having a bad dream? You having a bad dream? My baby boy. He was hooting and hollering tonight. What is going on? I'll see the bodies, surely. They said the tour comes with the second visit. What do you think about the Candace Erica meeting? Well, first of all, I did not know they were meeting. Didn't know they were meeting. Um, I didn't know that was happening. When was that broken? Was that like the Friday show or something? I thought I watched her Friday show. I thought I watched her Friday show. Was that I also deleted Twitter off my phone. Now I have Twitter still on my PC, obviously, which I'm on right now. But my Twitter usage has fallen sharply. Oh, this happened 4 hours ago. Twitter. Twitter broke this news. I'll read the comment right now. So Erica Kirk says Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. Candace and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a productive conversation. Thank you. Candace just says, I am very much looking forward to this discussion. Mm, how do I feel about this? I feel like Candace is being very, I don't want to say gullible, but she's being very, I guess, generous, benevolent, because Erica, over the last 4 days, has proven that she's going to side with liars. She's proven that. She's going to side with the liars. That's just what she has already done by defending um TPUSA and defending the things they have done collectively and individually as different employees of the organization. So, with that fact being known, that she's on the side of the liars, to have a private conversation with her, I don't think is going to provide much value. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because, and I'll go over a couple different scenarios. If they have a productive conversation and Erica tells her some bombshell and Candace reports on it, they're going to call her a liar. They're going to call Candace a liar, right? And because it's not televised or live streamed, it's she said versus she said, right? There's no proof of Erica saying anything in that meeting at all. So anything and everything that Candace says will be met with a sense of skepticism, right? Similarly, or similarly, um, Erica can just lie. She can just lie about what is said during that meeting. And Candace has zero recourse. Absolutely zero recourse. Because any response she has will be met with claims that you're lying. So I don't see it being productive at all, except for Candace on a deeply personal level. And to be honest with you guys, I do believe that this is just deeply personal to her. So if she's able to glean any truth from this conversation with Erica Kirk, even at the detriment of her public character, I think she's willing to take it. I think that Candace is willing to risk being called a liar tenfold if she's able to glean a bit of truth from the dialogue. Um, I'm just not so I'm just not so excited at the prospect of a bunch of he said, she said, because that doesn't really lead to much. It just adds another layer of speculation to a situation that is chock full of speculation in theory. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not excited about it. I'm not excited about it, but I'll be here waiting and watching for an update. Okay. Well, I hope you have fun because when I take over the third floor, I'm changing the locks. I know that's right. This is news to me too. Oh hey John Boy, what's going on, John Boy? Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas to your family. Tell everyone I say I love them very much. On hold until after the assassination. Stop. She has been threatened, allegedly. So live streams are on hold. Will that include the CK podcast and all those liars? Hopefully. Hey, stuffed animal lover. I think Candace is being meek for a reason. I think she knows a lot. She is waiting for people to fall on their own lies. That's all. She doesn't need to lie. They're doing enough of that. I mean, that's true. Candace, I'm pretty sure she would record, but it depends on what state that they're in if she's going to be able to record it without informing Erica that she's recording it, because some states are two-party states, and in some states you have to at least tell them that you're recording, but you don't need their permission. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure the laws state by state. Um, I'm not sure, but she should record. 100%, she should record. Could Candace record it allegedly? I don't know. I mean, she lives in Tennessee. Um, I don't know. Oh, Tennessee's one party state? Yeah, maybe. But they said they were meeting in person. So my assumption is that it's gonna be in Tennessee. But I don't know. I don't know Charlie Kirk and Charlie Kirk's family. I don't know Erica. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Charlie Kirk to know like where he stays, where he lives. I have no idea. Are they from Tennessee? I don't know. Will she be flying to meet Candace, or she's gonna fly Candace down to Arizona or Florida? I don't know. I don't know. Do something gay. Well, this is not OnlyFans, so I can't do anything gay here. Yeah, Tennessee's a one party state. Okay. Just sued a Fed on live. They suppressed a terrorist report and tried to break in a couple days ago. But you should have killed him. When Candace says, I just want to make it to heaven, I believe her. I always knew that C-19 was a scam, and my intuition tells me that Candace is on the right side of history. She is. She is. Hi, Luke. What's going on, girl? How are you? So I'm really intrigued by what's gonna go down with this meeting tomorrow. Didn't know what's happening. Thank you for the update. Listen, I'm not really on Twitter much right now, but this is why Twitter's the best. This is why Twitter's the best. What else is going on, guys? We got about 15 minutes left of the stream. What do you want to discuss? Do we have any questions? Any other questions for me? I'm getting some good questions from you guys. I'm gonna hook up my second monitor after the stream tonight. What is your take on mushroom coffee? I do not drink mushroom coffee, but I don't have an issue with mushroom coffee. I think that it sounds really tasty. I think it sounds like it's a really effective way of getting a little bit more focus and energy without relying too heavily on caffeine. So I do like that aspect of, mushroom coffee. And mushroom coffee is usually a blend of different things. It might have even, matcha in there. It might even have cacao in there. But, mushrooms, I think there is some research showing some level of effectiveness in terms of increasing your focus. But I have not personally tried mushroom coffees myself. I had a story, but we switched topics quickly. We did. Did you see 50 Cent's Netflix doc on Diddy? I did not, but I know Diddy's pissed off about it. 50 Cent is so petty. Mushroom coffee sounds like I'd be in the toilet all day. Well, hell, that's what coffee does. Coffee fucking does that. As is. Once again, I'm asking for all of your help in the Discord channel for merch ideas. And I really need help on the design part of it all. So even if you have graphic designers or graphic design experience, I'm not looking for, you know, top of the line artists. I'm looking for a simple fucking font. Do you know what I mean? Um, I think the first product that I want to debut is, or one of the first products I want to debut is going to be the I Love Straggets hat. So I'm really excited about that prospect. Um, so definitely help me out on the Discord channel. We're discussing it in the arts channel right now. I have been contemplating um, creating a dedicated merch channel to have these discussions. So I might do that actually. I might just go ahead and do that. Um, so yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Also, another announcement, like I said before, I do have a video out and it's called Can You Debunk Candace Owens? That's the title of the video. And already there have been people in the comment section that cannot debunk Candace Owens. They've proved it to me already that they cannot debunk Candace Owens. So I would appreciate your support on that video. Video is scheduled to debut tomorrow. It's titled My Friend Has Trump Derangement Syndrome. And I'm very I love the thumbnail for this video. I love the thumbnail is hilarious for this video. My thumbnails are great. I love my thumbnails. But this video is currently members only. So if you're a member of the channel, you can watch it. MOP, he's already watched it because he's a fucking member. He's already watched it. So we love that. He's already commented. Thank you, MOP. Big shout outs to you. Um, hopefully you found that video funny. Seems like you did based on your comment. But the video will become public tomorrow. So definitely support me in these two videos as well as upcoming shorts during this week. Okay, Leah, catch up tomorrow. You know I do design, silly goose. This is why I'm talking to you, Leah. Absolutely. I figured you'd get caught up in the Discord soon enough and you'd see it. Coffee mug with your face up in the camera with a good slang. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. I watched a few seconds and then my children distracted me. Listen, a few seconds was a blessing with children. That's my entire family. Well, guys, I'm going to end the stream on that note. At letting you guys know about those couple little announcements. Again, I'm going to probably hook up. Well, first, I'm going to go make myself hot cocoa using cacao. I'm going to make a hot cacao drink, and I'm going to see how that works. Um, we'll see how that works. But yeah, I'm very excited about this week. Um, big letters, pegging. Smaller letters, let's talk about it. Joe's face with his teeth. Oh my god. I want all the ideas, please. Please, please, please. And I need you guys to talk to me about this whole Candace Owens situation in the Discord channel tomorrow night. Okay? Because I know Candy is going to be talking about it. We'll talk about it this week. Maybe we'll have an emergency live stream sometime this week. We'll have a bonus live stream this week. We'll talk about it. But okay, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon.